So I don't want to make light of this situation because unfortunately, she was unalived by this ICE agent, and he did not give a damn, right? But this is what I would like to call the white woman wake up call. It is something that just sits with me. The fact that I've never seen a white woman. Actually, that's not true. I've seen a white woman get abused by the police a few times, but it's a little bit unfortunate that she is unalived the way she got unalived because she's the quote unquote real American citizen being a white woman. But I do look at this situation as damn. So white women getting shot in the face now? White women getting shot for not complying? Never thought I'd see the day. Never thought I would see the day. So you really got to see what it felt like to be a black person for literally 2 seconds, yo. Like you do something by accident, you get popped, and all of a sudden it's whatever, whatever. And I think it was crazy that the cop, the ICE agent, I believe his name was Jonathan Ross, the one who unalived her. He was in fear for his life. Damn, bro, you was scared too. So now white women got y'all scared for y'all lives. Crazy work, yo. That's crazy work. That's literally all they have to say to get off on anything they do. That's why I can't stand the system when it comes to this type of situation. And they just throwing people and throwing them in chains and throwing them in handcuffs and throwing them out the door. Anybody. They're even getting people who have their green cards who've been here for years who did the right thing. So I have an issue with that. And I will definitely address that at some point. Um, but this video is more about the woman Renee Nicole Good. I do believe that her getting unalived is probably going to be a little bit more of a cataclysm. Now, not the cataclysm we would like, because in my opinion, there should be some kind of revolution where the people kind of go against the government. But unfortunately, it's probably going to end up being more like a civil war. Like, what's probably going to end up being somehow black people getting blamed for this shit or something coming down the road. It's just like the Charlie Kirk situation. It was like, oh, Charlie Kirk gets popped in the throat, and all of a sudden it's, oh, we're going to go to HBCUs. Why are you going to go to HBCUs when we're not the one that did it? So it's the same situation where it's like it seems like we're heading towards a war that we shouldn't be having with ourselves, but we should be having with the people in charge. Sadly, that's where it seems to be going, and sadly, it seems like black people are going to have to put our hands up and do what we got to do, but also get your gun license and get ready to get trigger happy because it's around the corner. I don't like the idea of it, but it is around the corner. So, with that being said, we just really need to take what we're getting as face value. Don't take it as, well, some people will. You never know who's going to do it. Do not take this. Y'all need to take this at face value. Take it for what it is because they are not playing right now. This country is going through pretty much a siege. Not even siege. It's like we look like a third world country right now. And unfortunately, this woman being put down just proves that, yeah, sometimes white women can get it too. This is a nigga wake up call for them, just like it was a nigga wake up call for the Hispanics not that long ago. It's probably going to be a nigga wake up call for everybody else. They getting you up out of here, or you going to get got. Now, the issue that I have with the officer that shot her was you popped her in her face, bro. But then also had the audacity to call her a bitch after the video. After seeing the video, I'm like, come on, dog, you out of line for that shit. But then also, I'm like, when black people ain't doing nothing, they say we should have complied. So, you know what I mean? This is just kind of like selfish and mean. But if it was a sister, this wouldn't have been a problem. If it was a sister, they'd have been like, hey, man, she should have this, what, da 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 da. All the white people on the internet would have been talking shit. But since it's a white woman, they all got this thing of like, oh, she shouldn't have been alive. And I agree. She should not have been. See how we treat y'all differently? But it is still unfortunate that in Minnesota something like this went down. And it is something that we need to really take issue with because they out of control. ICE is just out of control. This is a sign of something really strange to come. Now, I do think that the only way ICE can really get dealt with is in the midterm. So we still got to wait till November. And as somebody who doesn't vote, it seems like that might need to be the case. But as I said in my video when Trump won the election, people who get unilateral power tend to fuck it up. People tend to fuck up power. And this is exactly what he's done. So now, if the Democrats would actually be smart about this, they could actually really, really do the damn thing. But unfortunately, they're too damn dumb and up their own ass and trying to be open to everyone where they should be really more open to black people, your most loyal base, and that's pretty much the problem. Now, as far as this whole thing, you know, I want to say should have complied, you know what I mean? And nothing would have happened to her, kind of like how they do us. Not as heartless, but I also am like, hey man, if this is a black woman, would they really care? Probably not. So I'm kind of in the middle on it. I do think that ICE agent should be held accountable because he shot her in the fucking face and called her a bitch after that. That's so disrespectful. You're so wrong, bro. Like, and the fact that like these white motherfuckers on ICE, they are clearly these for white fragility motherfuckers you see on the internet who feel some type of way whenever black people do a movie that's successful or an album or something. It's all he looked like one of those. He looked like one of those. So it. Okay, it just seems like the idea that these dudes are doing some great thing. Now, I don't mind them deporting the illegals who are causing problems. Like that raid in Chicago with the building and the Venezuelans. Apparently, what was going on up in there was egregious. So yeah, get them up out of here. Get them right up out of here. But y'all deploring people who have been contributing citizens of America, who have their green cards, who did it right. You know what I mean? And y'all trying to get them up out of here for that's just blatant racism. That's why the Republicans, y'all always fucking get dead the way y'all get dead because the racism on y'all is just too prevalent. It's just too real. The shit. I had somebody tell me about the ICE agents going in the bathrooms with the women at them stalls. God forbid. Like, God forbid, man, for real. So unfortunately, this woman lost her life. We can't bring her back, sadly. Um, but I think it's just like a sign of the times right now. We just going to have to sit through it, stick together. That's what we really need to do. And it sounds like this is what the black community should be trying to stick together, but we still talk about going 50-50 and shit. So with that being said, sign off, get the conversation started down below. Like, comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next one.